Good afternoon and welcome to McLeod Money Monday. This is the place where you're going to learn how to destroy debt, secure savings, give generously, and live luxuriously. My name is Stephen McLeod and I'm here once again with my beautiful wife Heather.
Hi.
And she is getting close to having this baby.
We hope.
It could be any day now. So this could be the last McLeod Money Monday for a few weeks. So if that's the case, and if we don't do another video for a while, then it's probably because we're dealing with the little one.
Yay!
And we're excited about that.
Or we could be back next week.
Yeah, who knows? Never know. But we're getting close and we're excited.
Yes.
All right, but here's something that's, I think, really cool that's happening this week. Some of you might not have realized this, but this Tuesday, May 21st, is actually National Server Day. And, you know, a few weeks ago, we celebrated like Teacher Appreciation Week and Nurse Week. And with us two being teachers, that was really awesome. I mean, all week long, gosh, we were getting free food.
Yeah.
All kind of nice stuff. We really enjoyed it. But here's something that we want to do here at McLeod Financial Coaching is, you know, we talk about, I always intro these McLeod Money Mondays telling you that this is how you're going to destroy debt. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to teach you how to secure savings. And we're also going to teach you how to give generously. That's one crucial aspect in your whole financial journey that we believe is necessary for you, you know, feeling content and at peace with your money. Because when you get to the point where you can just be generous and you can give, it's that point where you're not completely controlled with money. And that's going to lead to a content life and a very fulfilling life. So what we want to do is we wanted to take this event, this National Server Day, something that's really not that common or really not that popular, I guess, but try to use this opportunity to kind of be an event where you can practice your generosity muscle.
Yes.
So what we're going to be doing on this day, and really, it doesn't have to be exactly on Tuesday. Anytime this week. If you're going out to eat, to a restaurant or something where you're going to have a waiter or waitress, then I would encourage you to leave a good tip. Okay, now we're going to kind of define a typical tip, somewhere between 15-20%. That tends to be the norm. But what we want to do is we want you to kind of think about how you can kind of go above and beyond with your generosity. But you can decide what that might be. It could be, you might just be able to do a little bit above that, you know, maybe 25% tip, or you might be able to do like 100% or something like that. I've been seeing this thing going on where people would do a tip the bill challenge. And I think that's kind of cool. What are some other ways that we can do this?
Maybe you can double your tip if you want to be generous but aren't quite sure if you could tip the bill.
Yeah.
So doubling the tip is one way to be generous. Maybe you're in a position where you're just getting started and you're realizing you have a lot of debt to pay off. You really just can't afford to tip well at all if you go out to eat. Then our encouragement would be don't. Because sometimes the nicest thing that you can do is not, make them wait on you and then not tip them well. So maybe the best way you can appreciate waiters and waitresses is to say that right now, you just can't. And that's okay. Find another place in just your daily life that you can be a little bit extra generous. Maybe when you go to Starbucks or Red Owl, you don't normally put anything in the little tip jar there. So leave a little bit of something. Still participate in generosity to the extent, that you can. And we know that generosity is about sacrificing some of, what you want. We don't believe that you should put yourself in a bad position financially to be a burden on others with your generosity, because that's really not loving to anyone. So find a place for you to be generous this week. Please practice exercising that generosity muscle because it's important.
I'm really excited about this. I think, just that opportunity to give is pretty awesome. But here's one thing that I do want. I don't want this to be like a flashy event or anything like that. I do have the event. I have something posted on our page, but I really don't care if anyone actually joins officially. Like, I don't want you to be kind of treating this as, look at me, I'm tipped so well, I'm giving. No, this is not a showy type thing. When you're giving and you're giving generously, it needs to be really between you and the other person. And it doesn't need to be about bragging or letting people be aware of what you're doing. The only thing that I would suggest, though, is depending on the ages of your children, if you've got children, is I think that this could be a good teachable moment too, where you can let them see how you're being generous and modeling that, because I think that that's super huge. I mean, we both have had parents and people in our life that have modeled generosity, and we've seen them do that. And that's had a huge impact on me when I've been able to see how my parents have been generous to other people and seeing them do that. Okay, and so it could be a great teachable moment for your kids. Also, sometimes it's, what if the service is terrible? What if my waiter or waitress is just awful? And I understand that that could be the case. But here's the thing about generosity. Generosity says more about you as a person than who you're being generous towards, okay? Don't let this be some kind of conditional thing where I'm only going to tip if they have outstanding service. I would encourage you to not even let that be a factor. Just when you decide to do it, say, this is what I'm going to do. But be praying for this person.
Yes.
Okay? Be praying for this person. You can, whoever's going to be waiting for you, just go ahead and be praying that the right person comes to you. I think that this is going to be really cool.
That can be a powerful experience.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to say about this, guys, is, like Heather already mentioned, it is a muscle. Giving generously, it takes practice. And it might not, I'm not saying, any specific dollar amount that you have to do. That's something I'm going to let you decide. But please practice at this, okay? I know that this isn't we're not asking you to do some kind of huge, like, noble, feeding hungry children and stuff like that. Those are great things to give to. Those are noble things, and I think those are awesome. But I'm convinced of this, that pretty much everybody, we go out to eat. We eat. Here in America, we do that.
Yes.
I'm pretty convinced of that. And here's the deal. If you are having trouble being generous to the people who are serving your food, I highly doubt, now I could be wrong, I haven't done any research on this, but I highly doubt that you're going to do a great job being generous in other areas. Now, like I said, that's just my complete opinion. So if you're someone who's not in that situation, okay, but I think that this is a great way to practice. And I want y'all to have fun with it, okay? The Bible said God loves a cheerful giver. Okay, so don't participate in this event if you're like, I don't want to do that. Restaurants should be paying their waiters and waitresses good anyway. Listen, if that's the attitude you're going to have, then don't do this, okay?
Stay home.
Yeah, I want this to be a fun, exciting event, all right? So I hope that we have a lot of participation in this. And this is a great way where we can start to practice being outrageously generous by taking this first step. So thank you guys for joining us on this episode of McLeod Money Monday. And maybe we'll be back next week. Maybe not.
Maybe we won't. We'll
we
see.
don't know. But y'all have a great day.
All right. Bye.